What's good, everybody? It's your boy WxG coming at you again. Because it's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's time for a Dynamite review! Not just any Dynamite review, the penultimate Dynamite. Before we get to Revolution, hold on, got my hair looking all crazy and shit. That's right, AEW Dynamite CROSSROADS. This show, honestly, was great. I loved it. It set a tone that I want other Dynamites to carry on after this. But before we get to that, you know what we do here. You know what time of the video it is. Why? Because it's time to play my music. Now then, we open this thing up with Cody, Red Velvet, Shaq, and Jade Cargill. Honestly, it is a big. This is a story that's been carrying on and been going on for quite a few months now. It is one of the more popular stories that's going on that they've handled properly. And this is how serious it took it. Red Velvet came out in brand new gear, which I liked the gear upgrade. Baby girl needed it. But with the way they've been building Jade, and then her and Shaq coming out, just them two standing next to each other. Jade is a fucking specimen. Literally reminding me of Chyna in the WWF in her prime days. And oh my God, if they can literally put in the work with her in ring, it'll be great. And Shaq just looks like a fucking monster. He's already 7'1". The dude, them arms, bro. Them fucking arms. Now then, Shaq ain't the most fluid motherfucker in the ring. He ain't. He's 7'1". He came from basketball, going in to have his first professional wrestling match, arguably outside of his most active years as an individual. But they did a damn good job. Now they didn't mask a whole bunch of shit. Fact is, dude was stiffer than a board on the ship. But he did come off as a fucking tank. Literally, manhandling Cody, tossing him around quite handily. Nice little fucking barrel. Like Shaq looked like if he would have gone down the route to be a professional wrestler, he probably would have been a fucking legend. Fucking Big Show, Big Diesel. But more than anything else on his side of the match, oh yeah, also he did go up against the Nightmare Family because they tried to jump him and Shaq. I wasn't handling none of that shit. Even no solo chair shot. Monster. But let's talk about Jade Cargill. Probably the one individual in this match that everybody's been waiting for to see what was going to happen. And I can honestly say, she is greener than an evergreen forest in the middle of summer. That's pretty fucking green. But there is so much potential there. Honestly, she did okay for what is her first match. And I don't know how long she's been training. Secondly, but she did not come off as the worst. I've seen worse than her. She looked competent. She looks like if you give her time to really get in the swing of things, she could be something special. I like her energy, her cockiness, her physique. She has it. And literally, this is a mixed tag match. And the women really carried this match more than anything else. I fucking loved it. It was great. If there was anything that I'm going to nitpick, it was the camera work. There was camera changes that literally took me out of this match. And I loved it. The match got well over 15 minutes in showing. And like I said, the women were the ones that was really carrying the bulk of it. And at the end of the day, Jade Cargill got the pin. 1, 2, 3. Her debut, her first win while teamed with Shaq. It was damn good. And I really wanted to give this one and put this one in the A area, but I have to go with a B+. The camera work really hurt it, and it is a damn shame. But it was good. Post-match, Shaq, who kind of got body flashed into a couple of tables, is being carted away, going into the ambulance, and then, not too long afterwards, Tony Schiavone comes to the ambulance to try and ask, but when he opens the door, Shaq is gone. Now then, all I can say to myself is that they just pulled some Kazam shit, because I like Shaq. I do. Kazam is a great movie from my childhood, but is he just busted out magical shit? Because we got too much of it and I don't need it right now. But that's a serious question. What happened to Shaq? Next up, we have Death Triangle going up against it. I'm not gonna say. Literally, this was a squash. Point blank squash. I don't even think the match was more than like 2. I don't even think the match touched 2 minutes. To know how much of a squash is, took all my notes. The notes that I do for these videos, I have John Skyler. I do not have his partner's name because I missed it. It was not said. It was over and done with that quickly. Honestly, it was fine. Jobbers got no hands in it. They did the job. I'm just gonna give it a plus because I gained. Like it was cool. They came in, did this shit. They're fucking devastated of doing. The duo already know. Phoenix and Pac. We're gonna move on. Now we have the Inner Circle press conference with MJF, Jericho, and Wardlow. Wardlow chilling in the back alongside Santana and Ortiz. I don't know what the fuck Hager is, but he's gone. And this segment I enjoyed. I laughed if there were funny moments, but more than anything else, this reminded us, and there are going to be a lot of reminders on the match. This reminded us that on the mic, MJF is the best heel talker in AEW. And then once again reinforcing the Inner Circle's position as they ain't taking shit. But they are interrupted by the Bucks, who come down to bear their hearts out about how unhappy they are with Max and Jericho's actions, and to start delivering super kicks, where they are then joined by their homies in the back, as well as the Good Brothers, to end it. And I swear to God, it's like they never fucking learned from what they do. In the segment with both of the Young Bucks splashing on Santana and Ortiz on 2 different tables, one on the top of the ramp, as one comes from the top of the arc, while the other goes from off of the ramp, off of the stage, onto a table right there by the ring. I'm just like, y'all do not learn. Y'all did this again. But honestly, I did not gain nor lose from this. So I'm just gonna say it's alright. Nothing to it. It just did it. We're moving forward. Afterwards, we get a brief promo video for the main event of Revolution, the exploding barbed wire death match, where we do have footage from some barbed wire death match from the 90s with some person talking who I could not catch a name for. And honestly, for the most part, the package, I thought it was good. It was decent. It got a hype, so I'm going to give this a plus. I like when segments help. So, good. Now that the match that it also had a lengthy build into it, just in the type of feud that's been going on. We have Tully Blanchard with FTR going up against Jurassic Express. Now then, the big thing about it is that when Tully and FTR come out, Tully comes in his old robe, but they are wearing old WCW belts, the same belts that Tully and Arn had when they were in World Championship Wrestling back in the day. The same belt Tully had, I believe. I can't remember which one. I think it might have been the U.S. strap from back when he had the I Quit match with Magnum T. It's hard for me to remember. It's hard. But not only that, they came out, and I thought this motherfucker was dead, with J.J. Dillon, a very important figure in WCW, if you remember. And I'm just like, there's a lot of WCW harkening, and not Turner WCW. I'm talking about Jim Crockett Promotions WCW, NWA WCW. Oh boy, but then we get into the match itself. Obviously, it gets hot and heavy with Tully firing the first shots. He's getting quick in there. Tully ain't playing games. I mean, he's avoiding a lot of the deep shit, but he ain't playing games. He's getting in, they're getting rough, and the match goes about as great as these two teams are. Like, honestly, this was an amazing match. On top of Jungle Boy really showing how solid he is in both handling both members of FTR. With Tully still being so smart and such a ring general that he knows when to get in, get out, and how to move and be out the way. It all flowed so well. And you gotta watch this match. This was actually a pretty good match. Honestly, obviously better than the opener and the follow-up. And of course FTR wins because you're not gonna have FTR or Tully Blanchard, the genius of the ring that he is, not come in, because when it comes down to it and they were about to go for the closing, it would appear that one of the cameramen got stumped on his swarm, and he was on screen for a while, a little too long, but then he interferes, knocking back. I can't remember who it is that he stopped, but he stopped, I believe, Luchasaurus from finishing things out, leading to a triple spike DDT, and a double assist spike DDT. Pile driver, whatever the fuck it was, for Tully to get the pin, only for it to be revealed to be Sean Spears, who has been going for a while. Now he's back spotting a blonde dude. He is hugging up with FTR Tully, and then Arn comes up from the backstage. He's looking back at them. He throws up that 4. And officially, AEW has their new horseman. Much in the same way design as Evolution was, minus I don't see Tully doing too much more wrestling. But honestly, it was surreal when I saw it, because I'm like, wait a minute, this is the new horseman. They are officially formed. And dude, I'm ready to see how this goes. I'm ready to see Sean really pushed more. And it's something that, honestly, it's been in our face for a while. So it's not that surprising, but still, we kind of didn't even focus on it enough. Either way it goes, that match, for me, was a solid A. I love the start to finish. I love Tully in it. Arn coming in and giving his blessings for the new horseman. It's great. JJ Dillon, WCW, history, heritage. Ooh, this is the type of shit that I love, so I love being able to give this grade out. Honestly, I would say it might actually be an A+, and I'm just underselling it. But there was a lot of that tonight, so we gotta keep it rolling. After that match, we have Paul White coming out to make it big announcement. He comes out with a new T-shirt, "No More BS," which is hilarious. I like the wordplay, and saying that he can't wait to take up the role of color commentary on AEW Elevation. But yeah, he called it He also mentions that he's also got scoops of his own, as he has a scoop for the audience at Revolution, although he fucked himself at Evolution. And I'm curious to see what it says. He says it's a Hollywood legend, Hall of Famer caliber talent, something like that. I was like kind of in and out, but I'm curious to see what he has to say, who he got a big scoop from, what the fuck's happening. And I'm still wondering what the fuck happened to Shaq. But that's not for here, that's for later. We'll get to it. But alright, cool. I think that segment didn't do much for me, just kind of stayed, so we'll just leave it be. Now it's time to talk about the match that I'm most excited for, as we have the Native Beast Nyla Rose going up against Anarchy Ryo Mizunami. I got it right this time, the first time. And what was a good fucking match, a great fucking match. Why was it a great fucking match? Because you had I'm gonna go ahead and break it down the same way that the old school wrestlers like it. You had a face, you had a heel, you had the crowd loving the babyface. Babyface was fun, just literally bringing life into the match. The heel, dastardly, evil, aggressive, monstrous woman. And Nyla, two powerhouses going at it, wrestling. Now there were some little goofy moments, that I personally found I enjoyed. I laughed, and he kind of had me when she was hitting the tightrope, and she was just over here getting it. But we're not talking about that, because at the end of the day, these women went hard, hit hard, and Rio shows why AEW's connections with the Joshis is so important, because I don't think there was anybody that Nyla was able to go against that she was really able to kind of let go like this. Like, this was a great match. And Rio Mizunami got the win. Thank you, Lord, because I did not want to have Shida versus Nyla again. I've had my fill of Shida versus Nyla, but this match was great. And then in the post-match, where we have Shida not only bringing the tournament cup to Rio, also shaking her hand, and Rio basically delivering the forearm, and it's not even in a malicious way, because Shida does it back to back, and it's like they're going at it until Shida knocks Rio down, and it's just like smiling at each other, preparing for this fight. So that actually helped get me more into the match on Sunday, with the only build being the tournament itself, and then them having some minor connections here and there. Commentary who did a great job with that. I am prepared for this. This is going to be good. Going to be a hard-hitting affair. I know it's going to be dope. This match gets an A+, without a doubt, because more than anything else, it was a women's match that actually went over the 10-minute mark, and I loved it. That's what I think. Afterwards, we got Sting segment, basically the same way as all segments went recently, but you know what? I still dug it, even though Sting came out, he talked, he got interrupted, and then proceeded to beat Ricky Starks out of his fucking shirt and shoes. That got me. Then, you know, Hobbs and little Hook tried to get in. No, but Cage comes in, that's a problem. But Darby comes in, saves him. So now it's time to go for it. I will be so happy when we're done with this shit, because y'all have done this to death with the same thing, and there were times where I was with it and sometimes I wasn't. No more. After this, stop it. Just stop it. As we go in to mentioning what will go on next week, we also hear that at the buy-in we're going to have Thunder Rosa and Riho versus Dr. Britt Baker and Reba, which that'll be a good match. Shane has got to be on the buy-in. It's another women's match on the buy-in. I would like to have an additional women's match on the card. I would say it could have been an opener, but it's literally on the buy-in, so whatever. We're gonna move on from that. But in the middle of the matches for next week and for Revolution, Miro makes a quick promo about how he's not gonna play any more games. He's gonna be dead serious, and then speaks in it's Slavic tongue or Bulgarian. I don't know which. I believe it's Slavic. And you know, we got that to look forward to. All right, cool. We got a serious Miro. But the motherfucker does look like a goddamn monster. I would not want to go meet him on the side of the street when he's pissed off. I'm just saying. That is neither here nor there. So, we got Max Caster going up against 10. And it's a dark match. It's something slower. It kind of is... It's down from that women's match, but hey, it's that story progression, because at the end, 10, this match did remind us about how great 10 is in the ring. 10 is actually really fucking good, and all he needs is more time to shine, to kind of get smooth around the edges, and he's good to go to be on Dynamite proper more often. But when it comes down to it, he was basically on his way to get the win. Out comes Jack Evans to bang him across the face, giving Caster the easy win, and him getting paid off by Matt Hardy at the end of the night. Okay, cool, we got that going. I would say that was a solid B. It was alright. The in-ring action was not bad at all. It was pretty decent, and honestly, Max Caster looks like a bit of a confident heel, and he still got bars. As long as he got them bars, you're probably at least gonna get a B for me in your matches. But B+ is where I feel comfortable putting it, because it was good on many fronts. A bit slower for my taste, but I can live with it. Now it's main event time. Hangman Page and John Silver going up against Matt Hardy and Mark Quinn of Private Party. And the intrigue is more into the match with Hangman and Hardy. Hardy does great as a heel. Big Money Matt heel he's a fucking heel. He's a carny. He's a manipulator. He's chicken shit. You know, but he literally is a great guidance for Mark Quinn. And I've had Cassidy into them doing better in their tag matches, actually giving them a more aggressive style. And Mark Quinn coming back looking a bit bigger, like them arms was looking a bit beefier, my guy. And their Kim was pretty well, even though again he was basically being shit all the way. It was all right. It wasn't a big match. I felt like there should have been more to this, but it just didn't for me. It progressed about the way I expected it. Matt said, fuck it, I'm gonna take this L, as Silver and Hangman do pull off the win with a great ending flurry of combinations that I just love to see. I love seeing John Silver, and honestly John Silver can do great on his own. I would like to see him in the TNT title circle when we get there, but that's just kind of getting out of turn. So for the way that this match ended, and then the post-match segment where Matt Hardy starts beating on Hangman and John Silver with the mic, it gets to be afterwards. All the tag teams in the Casino Royale come in, they all fight, squabble, and that closes the night. Honestly, for the better part of the night, I was big. I was like really hyped and amped. There was like maybe a couple of matches that I just kind of wasn't either feeling at the most, but they still weren't bad at all. Honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and say that the night ended with a -8. Although I'm still curious, what the fuck happened to Shaq? But it was still a great night of Dynamite, as to be expected from the pay-per-view, from their go home shows. Not their best. They've done better, but it was still a good show. So, hopefully, we can get things together so I can definitely have my review out for you for Revolution. I'm still kind of working through that right now, and then kind of getting my shit together because life is a struggle and pain. Zero quote, I'm text, whatever. I'm about to go ahead and get this thing uploaded. If you are watching it, thank you for making it all the way. If you did, I appreciate you. Yo, how about doing me a big favor? Why don't you go ahead, hit the like, and you know what, while you're there, hit the subscribe. It's been your boy WxG Doria. I'm about to go to sleep. Peace.